My name is Judy Matthews. I want to begin by giving you a glimpse of the Matthews family adventure with honey cake. Honey in a loaf is called honig lekach in Yiddish, and in Hebrew it's called ugat divash. So I did a survey with my 3 adult children, asking them what their memories were of honey cake growing up. My older son, Elliot, put on a big smile. He said, "It always has this sweet, shiny top and delicious raisins inside." Before we start making a honey cake, I would like to start just reading the lovely blessing that we say the first night of Rosh Hashanah when we say, after we say the blessing of Kiddush and Hamotzi, and then we say the blessing over the apple, which is dipped in honey. And we say, Yehi ratzon milfanecha Hashem Elokeinu v'Elohei Avotenu, shetechadesh aleinu shana tova u'metuka. May it be thy will, O Lord our God, and God of our fathers and mothers, to renew for us a happy and sweet year. So right now, I want to illustrate one of my favorite recipes for honey cake. For honey cake, it's a recipe from Norene Gillet, who is was a very famous Montreal editor and cookbook writer, and in fact she passed away just a couple of months ago. If you look ahead, you see I've assembled a lot of ingredients, mise en place, of this honey cake. And by the way, on the bottom of your YouTube, you will see the recipe with the directions that I'm following. The first step is the most important, vital step to this recipe. And if you have a hand mixer or a mix master or a really good active arm, this is where you really want to put your energy in. So in a large bowl, you're going to beat 4 items: eggs, sugar, oil, and honey at a high speed for about 5 minutes. Because of conserving time, I have actually done this first step a little bit earlier. But I do want to share a secret about pouring oil and honey, and that is, if you fill up your measuring cup first with oil and empty it, and then you put the honey in, which is so viscous, it will come out so smoothly and so thoroughly, you will not have to use any utensil to empty the oil. Okay, so this, so I preheated my oven to 350, and I did my 5 minutes of combining the first 4 ingredients. Okay, and the grated rind of orange juice. I assembled all my other ingredients right by my side. So this is really an easy recipe. So first I'm going to just add my baking powder, baking soda, salt. There was salt in there too. Cinnamon. I actually like to add a little bit of ginger. Okay. And now I'm going to be alternating orange juice, and flour with the machine on slow to moderate. I've got a cup here, orange juice. I do not use coffee in my honey cake recipes. I love the flavor of orange juice in this recipe. Another cup, little more orange juice, another half a cup, all the rest of the orange juice. Okay. Okay, I am going to show a little bit, just the, okay, I'm going to show that the texture of this liquid is rather loose. So I just want you to expect that. Okay, I have pre-greased 2 8x5 loaf pans, and then I put a little piece of wax paper on the bottom, just because it helps release it when the loaf is done. So before I add the raisins, I'm just adapting this recipe a little bit. I'm pouring approximately half. So I am approximating half the amount of the mixture into each loaf pan. That is pretty much either it can be an 8-inch by 4-inch, or it can be, 8x4, 8x5. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to sprinkle some raisins. My family does like raisins in their honey cake. You could put nuts in as well, toasted chopped nuts like walnuts, or almond or walnuts primarily. And I'm just going to mix that a little bit, and hopefully the raisins will be interspersed well into the dough. And now I'm going to, on the middle level of an oven, put them into bake. In the middle, I'm going to switch them around, left to right, right to left, just to equalize from the heat in the oven. So, just a little background. Where's the first mention of honey in the Torah, in the Bible? So early in the book of Exodus, of Shemot, when Moshe has his first encounter with God in the burning bush, God says to him, I will deliver the Israelites out of the hands of the Egyptians and bring them into a land flowing with milk and honey. Eretz Zavat Chalav Udevash. Honey is an amazing product. It is made completely from nature, and it does not spoil. it is a symbol of immortality for ancient people. And indeed, many people were buried alongside bottles of honey. And now I'm going to show you some finished products that were made just slightly before. So I don't know how the coloring comes through exactly, but I see a kind of brownish with a little gold sheen in the middle. And that represents, for this honey cake, the influence of the orange juice, the flavors of the egg. So it's not one of these dark, heavy honey cakes. And here's a bit of a smaller one, of a miniature. And when you make loaf pans that are different sizes, it just means you bake them for less time, and you check them with a toothpick in a shorter period of time. They freeze really, really well, and they have a very long shelf life. As shelf life, a year of healthy living and good things happening, and good health to all. Shana Tova.
Every September, my mom's honey cake comes into my mind. My mom's honey cake has a bright shine to it, and the honey taste is mouth-watering. I'm so grateful for my mom, and the just the most amazing baker and cook that she is.
Honey cake has never been my absolute favorite. It's really more of a breakfast than what I'm looking for in a dessert. But that being said, it's something I always look forward to, and something that has been mailed to me no matter where in the country or the world I find myself for Rosh Hashanah. And so it means high holidays, it means family, it means connection, and it means something delicious and sweet that I get to share with whoever is around me.
I make honey cake every Rosh Hashanah out of a sense of duty, because, it's what's done. You make honey cake. And every Rosh Hashanah I end up eating it and enjoying it way more than I thought I would.
Thank you so much to the whole Matthews family for that amazing honey cake experience. And now, here are 3 things you can do to start your new year off with a sweet feeling. First, buy a few different varieties of honey, or try this new honey cake recipe. Give yourself that physical sweet sensation heading into the new year. Next, make a list of sweet things from your past year. Thinking back on the sweetness we've had can help lead us into a new year with a nice, sweet feeling. And lastly, share a sweet Rosh Hashanah memory with someone you love. Recalling our sweet Rosh Hashanah's past can help us bring in a sweet new year this year. Shana Tova.